DDAmanda is the #1 stock screener and scanner. This is how we're finding these winners early, guys. Simple to use by total beginners. Got advanced features for professional traders. Great support, 1 hour free one-on-one training, and check out these testimonials. I mean, they're off the hook. Guys love this program, and they're making a ton of money.
This one has issues. She has issues. Maybe it's a gender issue. She doesn't know if she's a boy or a girl. Let's blow it out and see what we got in there. I love this thing. Get into tight spaces. So what the fuck is going on in here? Oh, you know what? That's the edge of that's the groove right here. And I'm hitting the edge of the groove. You see that? I'm hitting the end of the pen. Does the pen have a groove in it? I think we're gonna... Looks like there's some crud on the sides here. I can feel it. That I can get my hook in there. I like easy ones. Let's fill it up with... What are we going to fill it up with? Sodium hydroxide solution. We can play around with this one. This one is a pleasure to work with. Yep, she's not draining, so... She's not draining, Scotty. And this one gets a shit ton of use. I should probably be greasing this every few hours. Shit. But we'll heat the fuck out of that if this doesn't work. And we'll open that baby up. One way or another, she's going to open up. I can heat the pin too. Not sure if the pin has I don't think the pin would have a groove. That would weaken it. Groove has to be in here on the inside. But I definitely hit something. This one gets fucked up because of the digging too. I mean, it's full of dirt. Alright. More onward and upwardness. I got all the rest of these working. The only one I'm having a problem with is that bitch down there and this one. But this one's nothing. Haha, he says. 3 days later, he's still working on it. Okay, I got this one working. I cleaned it all out and I hit it with the sodium hydroxide, and then I pressurized it with this one, you know, held this down and gave it some air. And then I cleaned it out again, and then I hit it with penetrating, filled it up with penetrating, and did it again with the pressure, and she let loose, so now she's taking grease. It's coming out right there. She's taking it now. She's loving life. I'll give her some more. Yeah, look at that. She's coming out on both sides. Okay, so now we're down to one. The biatch. And I think it's time to... Let me see if that's full or whether it drained. It's time to take off the glass and see, these are a bitch when they're on the pin. Yeah, she is still, I don't think she's draining. See that? So that's was my last straw with heating it up. If that didn't eat it up, I don't know what. So we'll fill it up with penetrating this time, or maybe acetone. And I'd like to get a grease gun that has a good seal where I can just shoot acetone in there. I mean, acetone is the best. It's real small molecules and they go through everything. And they eat grease too. So let's do that. Okay, let's move on to step 2. Let's take off the glass. That was a pretty good idea, but I don't know if it worked or not. Let's see what pressure does. Oh, my compressor's not on. Let me turn on my compressor. Okay, first let's try pressure. Air pressure. I'm going to hold this on tight. I don't know if that did anything. And what's step 2? Well, let's see if she'll take grease. Fuck it. Let's put a Zerk in there. I got a virgin. Got a virgin. That's nice because it is perfect. This hose is in the way. Okay. Grease gun. Let's see if a miracle happened. Ooh. Nope. Fuck. For that idea. Nothing is fucking easy, is it? Shit. Well, I did drill out the hole, so, you know, there's nothing that I can get to. Well, they got those Zerk zappers that might do it, I don't know. I used to have one of those, I don't know what happened to it. Fuck. Well. Okay, let me think about this. Okay, the only thing I can think of at this point is a blue tip. So I propped up this hose to get it out of the way, put in a monster can around here. And now we're going to heat the living bejesus out of this thing. And that's what we're going to do. I think I'm low on oxygen, but let's burn it out. A little bit of acetylene, tiny bit of oxygen. You can light a torch with a cigarette. Give it a little bit of O2 with your lever. More acetylene, more O2. Hey. Let me get this fucker glowing. Red hot. Much as I can. I put some penetrating oil in there. It ran down in there. So that's the first thing that's going to go, I guess. Evaporate. Yeah, it's burning. I've only got myself to blame because I didn't keep up with the grease. Just was digging and no grease. What the fuck, dude? It is what it is. To the bottom of it. I wonder what that is. Grease? Penetrating oil's gone. You gotta take the Zerk out when you do this, otherwise you blow out the Zerk. Because it builds up a lot of pressure in there. On the other hand, maybe that would be a good idea, leave the Zerk in there. But I'm not gonna stand in front of it, I know that. In fact, I may do that next. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna throw some acetone and penetrating in there. Screw the Zerk in and then heat it up, and that should build up a shit ton of pressure. Maybe that's the next idea, huh? But I want to get this fucker glowing first. The hole is right down here. The bottom. Ooh, I'm starting to melt it. Of course, that heat is traveling in, you know. The outside is what's hot right now. Hope I don't crack anything, because that pin is expanding right now. Probably heat this up too. Oh, something's still burning in there. Maybe that's old grease. That'd be a bitch if I cracked that fucking thing. Fucking case and their tight pins. Alright. Let's see if that did anything. Turn off the gas. Guess I still had some O2 left in this thing. Let's put a Zert in while she's hot. Try to fill her up. Yeah, you just put a little piece of paper towel in the socket. Okay. Come on, you rock and load. Fuck me. Still tight. She's not taking it, baby. I'm running out of ideas. Okay. So our next step is try to cool off. So some penetrating in there. There'll be enough in there to, because she's on an angle. And then heat her up. In fact, now I think, well, letting her cool down is not going to create suction because it'll suck it in through there. Alright, onward and maybe upward. Here's something interesting. Somehow this got bent way out to here, and I was trying to figure out how to get it back, whether to slam it up against a tree or what. But I remembered I had one of these. And I just went and I bent that sucker back. How about that, huh? I just bent it back. Isn't that cool? Anyway, back to Zert Mania. Look at this one. I bet you can't guess where that came from. Well, that one came from here. Let me put this back. I have a new policy. Put back shit after I use it. There's 3 of those things. Anyway, I was reading the manual and I was in grease mode. And they told me, they said that there's a couple of Zerts. One here and one on the bottom. Well, guess where this one was? On the bottom. Any bets as to how long it's been since that fucker's been greased? And this is a pretty critical component. I called Case and they said, I was going to buy a fitting, but then I finally wound up buying a shit ton of them on Amazon. But this one here goes right there. And now she's got grease in there. Supposedly, if you leave this without grease for too long, there was some grease in there, but $10,000 to repair. So now I got that greased, and I saw grease coming out. Old grease, but coming out nonetheless. And the easiest way to do it, I had to take the wheel off, But I got all these on Amazon. Look at that. I got a whole case for like $7. This is metric, by the way. Metric 6. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that. Interesting little booger there. And I guess I'm going to put the tire back on. Oh, and the Zert here, what we're at now is You know, because it is at an angle. I filled it up with the penetrating solution I got, and then I just put the Zerk back on and I pressurized it. So I'm just going to leave it here. It's, oh, look at that. It's under quite a bit of pressure. And so I'm just going to let it sit here and hopefully it'll penetrate into there. The other option is, well, the next thing is, if this doesn't work, I'll leave it in there overnight, but then I'm just going to heat the pin. And since this is that penetrating fluid's in there, when this gets hot, the pressure inside is going to increase a lot. Okay? And I'm going to stand off to one side because what will probably happen is that Zerk will, it won't explode, but that ball will come flying out. You know, the one-way ball that's there. So, but that'll give me a shit ton of pressure. Probably more than one of those Zerk, you know, the Zerk fixers, whatever, the ones, the kind you put on there and hammer. Which in this case, I don't know what it would do because, you know, the hole is halfway down the pin going down, so the only thing that thing's going to do is just increase pressure. It might work, I don't know. They're 50 bucks. I used to have one. I don't know what happened to it. Zerk zapper. But this is it. This is my last. I don't know what else to do. The other option is to take out the pin, but you know, goddamn well that fucker's frozen there and there, and it only goes one way apparently, that way. And you got to take off this keeper here. Look at the bolt on that fucker. I mean, that's a serious keeper, right? And put a jack under this part so she can't rotate. You know, this one is okay, but I know goddamn well that fucker is frozen hard. I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm making an assumption, but you know, judging from all the other fucking pins. And you know, to pull that one out, Jesus, I'd have to, you know, weld the fucking bolt on there, and I don't know, it'd be a nightmare. So that's the next plan. If this doesn't work, the pressure doesn't go in there. I did make I made a little thing out of tubing. Here, this thing. This is like 1/8" tubing. And I stuck it in there and I was blowing, you know, where the hole is. It didn't really do anything. I had a thought that I could run some wire through here and use the drill and make like a little, you know, like for a sewer or something, but I need special wire that'll bend, you know, and put a spade on the end, flatten the end of it and stick it in there and use the drill to spin it and try to dig out whatever crap is in there. That's my other thought. But and if this doesn't work, then I'm going to heat it up, blow out that Zerk, or you know, blow it up, blow out the ball. And if that doesn't work, then the only other option is to, again, heat the living shit out of this. I mean, I took it up to probably level 6 or 7, maybe 6, but I can take it up to level 10 to where I get this fucker so hot that with any luck everything will burn out, you know? Whatever crap is in here, in that channel inside there, you know? And anyway, those are my only options. If you guys got any ideas, well, I looked on YouTube. They got the usual shit, you know. Nothing really, you know. Like I said, there's nothing to it. I mean, you don't even need a Zerk zapper for those if you just drill them out, like I showed you. But when it's a pin, it's a whole different ball game because you got your pin and your hole, and then you got a channel that's probably full of crud. So, you know, anyway. Alright, onward and not upward yet, but we're hoping. It's Friday, so I got the whole weekend to fuck with this. Holy shit, guys, I think she let loose. I was sitting there, I was keeping the pressure up and, you know, checking it every once in a while, make sure she's tight, and all of a sudden she goes pop. Na 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 na. I wait for Grease to come out. She's probably gonna take a bit. I don't know about these electric fucking cordless grease guns they got now. I like doing it this way, by hand, you know? Yay! So, I don't know what did it. Probably a little bit of everything helped. The sodium hydroxide, the lye, really strong solution to, you know, help dissolve some shit. And then the penetrating under pressure. And away we go. I wonder if it's coming out the bottom. I'm going to put a lot of grease in it because I got a lot of penetrating shit and God knows what else in there. I'm going to flush all that out. And then, like, I'll run it for a while, you know, if I'm got something to do, and then I'll check it. I'll grease it again after she's been running for a while. But that fucker's been dry for a while. Oh yeah, she's coming out. See that? I think. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell. Right there. Maybe that's not. I don't know. You know, one of my bosses one time said, he goes, "Paint's cheap, labor's expensive." Yeah, I think that's coming out. So in this case, it's grease is cheap. I think I'm almost out anyway. I went through 2 tubes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's grease. And that's the last one, baby. And I think I got enough paint left to paint it. And I don't have to do anything fancy because all the shit's been burned off of there, baby. You know? Man, this was bugging me. I'm glad this one worked out. You know? Hide my sins. Alright. This is nice. Can cover your rams and shit if you're painting it. Or cover, you know, whatever else, other shit you want to cover that's round. Yeah, this one had me bugged. But when we first got it, I did glue everything, I'm pretty sure, so it's not like, you know, we went through, well, I don't know. Did do a lot of digging. And everywhere there's a grease fitting, I put a blue spot to, you know, so you don't have to go to the, well, look at that. There's a sin right there. One of my sins. Alright. She's done. Ready to go to work. Now, there'll be some other fucking ram that fucks up. Well, this is my adventure, my Zerk adventure. Oh, look at that. Did I put too much on this one? It's coming out over here. Here's what I do with the extra. Well, I got a little jar where I save, you know, if you have to. I'm a frugal guy, man. I save, you know, So if you need a dab of grease for something, it's right here. This Lucas is good shit. Alright, tires back on. Everything's lubed, as far as I can tell, except for this one. I don't know. Right here, there's not a grease fitting or anything. I think this might be a wear item or something. I don't know why it would be, but you would think they'd put a Zerk on the shaft or something, right? Oh well. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and onward and fucking upward.
Everybody that tries DDAmanda absolutely loves her. These are all unsolicited, by the way. We didn't even ask people. I love you guys. Yeah, I love the program. So worth it. Probably made 500K. This guy's up 30K. Having everything I need to research on one page is definite time saver. Single day, 1525 profit. 15K on my first DD. Look at this guy. I don't know what to think about this one, man. This guy says he made 30 million. Read this shit. I don't know. He sounds kind of legit. I fucking love DDAmanda. Your program is the best tool I've ever used in the last 21 years. It just goes on and on. Okay, if you trade stocks, or if you're even thinking about trading stocks, this is for you guys. This is what you need. This is DDAmanda. It's the #1 stock screener and scanner that's out there. And it uses both user input and AI to find and research winning stocks. And this is, it says right here, easy enough to use by total beginners. There's really no learning curve at all. You can be finding stocks within about 5 minutes after you log in. And it also has a lot of advanced features that are used by professional traders. Our mission is to help you make money by investing in stocks. That's the bottom line. That's what you want from something like this, Now, I use this all the time, and I've found some amazing runners. You've got here, look at this. They give you 1 hour of free one-on-one training and instant support. Having good support on a program is just so critical, I mean, here's their phone number right here. You can just call and text. They've got some testimonials here. I want to show you these, because they're pretty amazing. I mean, look at this. This is what people think of her. I love you guys. Yeah, I love the program. This guy made 500K. This guy's up 30K. Everything I need to research. I wasn't even in Amanda one week, and he made 10,000 bucks. So these testimonials, it just goes on and on here. So anyway, they've got if you want to try, look at all these features. Dollars traded, 7 MA crossovers, all sorts of stuff. But they've got an $8 a day trial subscription, so you can check her out and see if you like her. And some other subscription levels here. Anyway, I highly recommend this, guys, and do check it out and make some money.